Welcome back to Primo ICT Lectures channel, the YouTube channel helping people to get information about information and communication technology. Today we are going to talk about the difference between data and information. Stay together with me from the beginning to the end and get more knowledge and skills. Let's get started. What is data? Data means raw facts and figure with little or no meaning to the user. In other words, data we understand everything that you can enter into the computer for processing. When we say processing in computer science, we understand the transformation of data which is meaningless or data with little meaning into meaningful data known as information. Let's take an example. Here we have numbers. There is a lot of sets of numbers including decimal numbers, integers, natural numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers. All these above mentioned numbers are data because they have to be entered into the computer for processing. We have also letters including vowels and consonants. All letters are known as data or just letters, text, words like John, like Oscar, and so on. And also the symbols. In computer science, when you look at keyboard, computer keyboard, there is a lot of symbols including comma, arithmetic operators such as sign of plus, sign of minus, sign of multiplication, punctuation marks like exclamation point, this one, question mark. We have other types of symbols known as special types of symbols like RT, you are familiar with this one. We have hash sign, we have dot or just periods, we have comma, we have colons, we have semicolons. All of these symbols are known as data because they have to be entered into a computer and the computers transform them into information. So we have too many categories of data including analog data and digital data. What is the difference? I can explain the difference between these two types of data by using the following figures. For example, this first figure picks analog data. When you look at the figure or observe this graph very well, you see that there is a variation in terms of time. In other words, analog data take time to change from one value to another. They are also known as continuous in nature. We can take example like temperature, pressure, and humidity. These variables change with respect to the time. So they take time to change from one value to another. So they are known as analog data or analog signal. The term data and signal mean the same. The second type of data is digital data. When you look at the second figure, you see that the values, we have only two possible values. Here we have 1 and here at the bottom we have 0. So the figure contains a sequence of zeros and ones. That's the reason why we say that digital data exists at two possible states, 0 or 1, known as bit, or binary digit, and 0 is the same as off whenever 1 is the same as on, as well as true is the same as 1, and false is the same as 0. So I can remind you that digital data are only processed by digital computers. It's a sequence of binary information or just digits, binary digits or just the bits, which form the language which is only understood by all digital computers the world over. Let's continue. What is information? As I have told you at the beginning, a computer is regarded as a factory or industry. Within a factory, the machines take raw materials and transform the raw materials into final products. So every computer takes data either from users, from environment, and transform data into meaningful data, which is also known as information. So here we can say that information refers to processed data or just meaningful data, data obtained after transformation, after processing, or this one also is used for data. For example, if you wanted to add two numbers, you have to take a machine calculator, enter the first number, plus on the sign of plus, which is also data, plus the second number, and press on equal sign to get the result. The result will be information. So here we have the factors affecting the qualities of information, such as accuracy. Accuracy, we understand the measure or just the state of information to be correct, to be true, the measure of how information is close to the original or intended data. We have relevance. Relevance information has the target. You need information for doing something. So the information which is intended to be used for what is intended or just for the purpose is known as this factor is known as relevance. In other words, information is relevant when it could be used for what is intended. Timeliness or age, information has the time or just the age, means information should be up to date, means you can use it for what it was intended, or just out of date, means that information cannot be used for what it was intended before. And also another state is completeness. Information must be complete, must be comprehensive, must have all necessary or just all requirements, all details to be used for a specific purpose. And also the last characteristic or just a quality of information is presentation. Each information should be represented in a good or just organized manner to make it useful. Thank you for watching my video. If it is your first time to visit Primo ICT lectures, don't forget to subscribe. Take 1 minute to subscribe to this channel so that next time you will get the video just after being uploaded. And also it's better to click on to like, to give us like and comment. If you can tell us anything about this lesson or just about the difference between information and data, don't hesitate, drop it into the comment section. So thank you for being with me. See you next time.